What's up, bro?
Coming right up, the Timberwolves taking on the Bucks. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, they've been aggressive and they've been good. 8 wins in their last 10 games. This team looks to grow even stronger with another statement win here tonight. Bucks, Timberwolves. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, and we'll be checking in with Allie LaForce from the sideline moments from now. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Miles Turner.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The small and power forwards are Kuzma and Antetokounmpo. Rollins is out there with Porter, and it's Turner in at the 5 roaming the paint. And for the Timberwolves, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Reed. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. Well, we're starting to creep, Clark, towards the midway point of the season. Isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get. But clearly it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up, and then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
Now to the sideline for more on MP's monumental performance.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in a game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you. Now, here's MP. This game an incredible scoring display for him. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Honestly, I have no idea what happened right there. That was wild.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He can get it to the rack, too. Porter Jr., unafraid to slice his way to the cup.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to MP. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Here's Rollins. And here's Porter. Turner trying to free himself up. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
Back to MP. Timberwolves passing it around. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the three ball. MP's got 9.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Reed kicks to MP. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 9 points. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
Giannis has added the mid-range game to his arsenal, and he's very effective from there.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Porter pulls it in. Bucks trail by 7. Outside Turner, pass to Kuzma. Porter dishes to Turner. Back to Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Really good in the playmaking role. Porter Jr. with the right read in the two-man game there.
Here's MP. 12 points for him. Fires from the line. And he hits the jump shot. 14 points for him.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Turner with the screen for Porter. Pass to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
The combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
And here is McDaniel. And here's MP for 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Reed finds McDaniel. The 3 from MP. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Hey, everybody's got a 3-shot now. MP's is looking really nice.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Buzzer beater!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
MP getting it done for the Timberwolves. 18 points from three-point range for him in that quarter. That is some serious shooting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so
from Milwaukee, Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jang, and Rollins subbed in for Taurean Prince. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Oklahoma City was all business. He ended up with 58 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. What a game for him, and against their rivals no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. He feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's stolen by DiVincenzo. McDaniels passes to MP. Fires the three. MP nails the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Rollins the pass to Trent. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Looking to go right back at him. Trent Jr. shoots the answer three with no hesitation.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The three from MP. Rebounded by the Bucks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
For three, Portis. They grab their own miss. Trent outside. Pass to Rollins. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Milwaukee also making some changes. Turner comes in for Bobby Portis, and Porter subbed in for Trent.
Get the perimeter.
1:27 left in the first half of the game. Giannis, a screen on MP. There's Giannis taking flight.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
From the arc, and MP gets it to go on the assist from Edwards.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Antetokounmpo. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The three from MP. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low, here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang!
Reed the pass to MP. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Milwaukee. 9-point game. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
And so it's Minnesota up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Minnesota.
Putting this through the box score, the Shaq supercomputer, the passing has been A-OK.
Well, I don't have a Super Shaq computer, whatever that is. But the eye test is very easy. They're sharing it, and they've checked their egos at the door.
Same thing I came up with.
Changing things up just a bit, let's catch a glimpse of the Western Conference standing. Thanks for spending halftime with
wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
On the court for the Bucks, Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position.
With his vert, Porter Jr. has no issues getting to the rim.
Here's Reed, banked in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Porter finds Antetokounmpo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Giannis always trying to impact the game at both ends, but really has become a workhorse on the offensive end.
MP passes to Reed. A three from MP. And another three for Minnesota.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Porter. And that one, good. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively. 3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back to you guys.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. MP's shot is good.
What more can he do? I mean, my goodness, it's certainly his night.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Rollins. Turner with the screen. 5 to shoot. Here's the three. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
MP finds Edwards. From 17 feet out. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist on the night. Porter passes to Kuzma. MP against Porter. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Giannis outside. Pass to Rollins. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Minnesota making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here is MP. And he has 42. We get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Points allowed is one of the key indicators for good defensive effort. And this team does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
Minnesota making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
You know, Clark, when Kyle Kuzma is in the right role and the right situation, he can help in so many areas. And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
He gets that one. MP's got 47 points.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
Porter against MP. And stolen by MP. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Launches it. Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, he could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there. And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Here's Portis. And so it's MP making things happen for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. We'll take a quick break and then back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was all...
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Turner's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jang. Rollins checked in for Prince. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Trent. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Reed is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's MP in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Porter. And the shot goes in.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Turner with the steal. Now onto the Kumbo. Launches it. Buries the deep ball.
Boy, and Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Connects again from distance.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now Greg alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Here's Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Tries from 10. Got the 8-footer.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The basket is good.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
Minnesota leading by 13. Now Gobert. MP. He's off from 3. Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. MP, jumper is off.
That one hurts. Point blank range, you've got to capitalize on it.
And he does not hit. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Timberwolves.
Their superior ball handling, 1 and 4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Reed with the rebound. And Minnesota has possession. It's an 18-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, the slam dunk.
Assist from Rollins.
Here's MP. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
60+ in the win for you, MP. Was I seeing things, or did you leave a few points on the board out there? It felt like you...
I took a lot of good shots, and I made a good share. I'm not trying to be greedy, Dominic. Everyone needs to eat. At a certain point, you got to leave well enough alone, or the basketball gods are going to get you.
Well, no one wants that, MP.
Definitely not me. Alrighty.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific work as always, Dom. You never fail to impress. Thank you so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues...
So what you're saying is, if I score 40 tonight, everyone would get a free Cognitive Vibe sent to their home.
Right. If you score 40 or more points, everyone that uses the MP40 promo code and puts in their private information gets a free Cognitive Vibe sent to their home address. Yes.
Bet. Okay, everybody, listen up. This is a very special limited time opportunity.
There he is.
At the point guard position, 6'4", number 16.
Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
And for a few games now, we've talked about how determined MP is to be their driving force offensively.
When you're expected to be the top scorer in a game, it's easy to forget how much effort that really takes on the floor. those expectations have become a reality for MP, and he's been proving it more often than not.
And now the opening lineup for New York. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the 1.
And the 3 ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
Outside Hart, back to Brunson. Towns looking for an opening. New York working the ball around now. And Anunoby gets it to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
And it's Brunson missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. MP. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
Out left to the wing. Back to MP from behind the arc. Towns with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Brunson. Three-pointer, Bridges. Reed with the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Back to MP. Edwards finds MP. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. MP's got 9.
Yeah, having this kind of confidence as a shooter will really do wonders for MP in the long run.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing their play.
Good! Another from 3.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
He's worked on his craft, improved even in his short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch from deep, and that's not the only way he can score, that's for sure. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He finished with 60 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Minnesota with some changes. Dosunmu, he's checked in for McDaniels. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Shannon's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And MP subbed in for DiVincenzo. New York also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Hukporti. Dottier comes in for Sohan. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Oh, MP buries the triple.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Miles McBride is out there with Jalen Brunson. And then it's Landry Shamet. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dottier in at the 4. And again, the Knicks missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
MP, the pass to Edwards. Here's Shannon. From deep, MP. Here's Gobert, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That's a big body to deal with. Gobert using it to his advantage.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
MP, that was good.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Knicks trail by 17. Brunson surveys to halt the run. Sneak it inside. It's Brunson.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
From deep, MP. And another three from Minnesota.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Anderson against Hart. Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. Yep, count it. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, things have changed for him this quarter. It's starting to go his way.
MP up top, Brunson defending. Here's MP. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And an Obi for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. MP, the pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. And MP with a basket on the assist by Edwards. MP's got 26 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Hard against Anderson. And here's Brunson from the arc. Nails it from 3. Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
He's found something here in this second quarter. This is when you want to keep beating him.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And he comes up with a bucket.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Brunson against MP. And Brunson gets it to go. He's got 9.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The layup off target. And so it's Minnesota in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to halftime. First, let's take a look at the injuries this team has been dealing with.
The Timberwolves coping with the injury concerns. Randall's out. They're changing their strategy on offense a bit. He's a matchup nightmare for some defenders, so you got to change your whole strategy.
Yeah,
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Knicks.
Where's the perimeter D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take a step back.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's MP in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Hart passes to Brunson. That three's off the mark.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
MP shot is off. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Trailing by 13. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Pulls it from the top of the key. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Brunson's got 11 points.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Guys, back to you.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. A nice shot by MP.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Brunson outside. Reid with the rebound.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. New York also changing it up. Sohan's checked in for Hart. Shamet comes in for Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. Here's DiVincenzo. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here's MP from outside. Drops in the three. MP's got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Brunson. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. From deep, MP. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Oh, deflected. DiVincenzo with a steal. And here's MP from outside. And again for three.
Defenses around the NBA have to deal with this three-point marksmanship. And he's already proven in his rookie year there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It's been a lot of fun to watch him expand his skills this season. And lo and behold, he now holds the 4th spot all time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Brunson. And no good. The dry spell continues.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Now a timeout called by New York. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson's checked in for Gobert. Shannon comes in for Reed. And it's Dosunmu in for McDaniels. New York also changing it up. Portis checked in for Towns. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. Sochan outside. Pass to Shamet. Knocks down the triple. Shamet's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, great find from Sochan. This is why his guys like playing with him.
MP scanning the floor. Outside, DiVincenzo. And here's MP from outside. And it's New York with a rebound. McBride's got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Dante DiVincenzo. New York shooting their 4th and 5th. Chris Finch has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And Minnesota with possession here. It's an 18-point game on the floor for New York. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the 2. Pass to Bridges. Brunson against MP. Now here's Brunson. The D's right on him. Towns passes to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screen by Hart. And again, the Knicks missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forced.
Connects again from distance.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know, this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Towns for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. MP, that was good.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Now a timeout called by New York. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Anderson against Hart. Anunoby passes to Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brunson. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this 4th. MP finds Anderson. Good ball movement here by Minnesota from deep. And again for 3.
He is unstoppable. Completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for 3rd place in most threes in a game. And that one's good, Brunson.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP. Good! Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. And it's Brunson missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one.
Connects again from distance.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. Towns passes to Bridges. And again, unable to change momentum here. DiVincenzo finds MP. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, let's send it over courtside to Dominic Hamill.
Scoring bonanza tonight in the win. MP, as you're passing 40, 50, 60 points, are you feeling the excitement?
You notice it, but I'm at
BA, over to you.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside...
AMP.
What's up, Coach?
Hey, you got...
Nuggets fans, if you want to swag out your feet, then you should come to our upcoming game. We'll be giving out Nugget socks to everyone in attendance.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jokic.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves: the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Here we go. Gobert is out there with Anderson. And it's MP in at the point guard position. And for the Nuggets, inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Murray. And it's Strawther in at the shooting guard position. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone. Greg, it is a huge day on the NBA calendar.
Well, getting a Christmas game is special. They're normally reserved for the best teams, and the guys on the floor tonight have earned their chance to be on the big stage.
And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Watson.
Smooth like butter. Jokic can make you pay from anywhere.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. Back to you guys.
Thank you once again, Allie.
Well, you can see MP not afraid to take chances defensively, comes up with the steal and gets his team in transition.
Gordon kicks to Watson. Puts one up from 19. Jokic, no good.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
And this summer, Carmelo Anthony inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The former 3rd overall pick by Denver back in 2003.
And he played 7.5 seasons with the Nuggets, his longest stretch with any team, representing them 4 times in the All-Star game.
And here's Watson. Following the three-pointer by MP. Murray, good.
And that is how you respond. Murray knocking down one of his own from beyond.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to MP. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Now, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Murray against MP. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And on the drive, Murray can seem unstoppable. His agility cuts the defense apart there.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Pass to Strawther. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's Gordon missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that one's good. MP.
3 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
Watson surveying the D. Shoots a fader. Murray, good. Murray's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
And here's MP for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Timeout. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So Denver ends up going with a whole new group. And a change for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in. Jones the pass to Brown. Johnson with a screen on Edwards. Astonagi. Back to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Valanciunas with a screen on Edwards. Fires top of the key. And it's Brown missing. Timberwolves leading by 12. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Back to Jones. And again, Denver no good. Jones against MP. Jacks up a 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Gotta contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
23 seconds left in the first quarter. Valanciunas dishes to Johnson. Pass to Valanciunas. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away. Letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Five on the clock. Here's Najee. Puts up a deep 3. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Reed. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. MP has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And we welcome... David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He added 61 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, DiVincenzo and Edwards are your perimeter players. Kyle Anderson is out there with Reed. And it's MP in at point guard. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They've packed their bags for a long one, as that'll be the first of 7 straight on the road. And the shot is good.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
To the paint. Slam home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Naz Reid.
Well, doesn't allow himself to be rattled in the least by the aggressive defense. Jonas Valanciunas shows his strength and composure to power up and through.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. MP, no good. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Murray, no good.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
MP, no good. The Nuggets shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Here's Strother, still without a basket. Here's Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. Here's Jokic. He sinks the 11-footer. Jokic has got 5 now.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Anderson finds Edwards. The 3 from MP. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gordon with no one around. Doesn't go that time.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now here's Murray. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. No one near him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter. Edwards passes to MP. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. And here's Gobert. Kicks it out to MP. And the 3 off target. Nuggets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Murray. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now, here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Strother's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Timberwolves on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic.
Modern era. Work the ball around the perimeter and shoot it with confidence.
That's right. My name would be Shaquille O'Nealovich. If you can't beat him, you join him.
And next, a look at some of the pop. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. MP, good.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Here's MP after the Nuggets pick up 2. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 6 assists now in the game.
Wow, MP in the catch and shoot, just ready as soon as he touches the basketball.
Now here's Murray. 11 points in the game. Pass to Jokic. Gobert with the block.
Learn the lesson quickly, folks. Do not test Rudy Gobert.
And finished off by Gobert.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
So it's Denver now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Great open look there.
Well, this is the developing part of Aaron Gordon's game. Real improvement as a passer. Look out if he adds that consistently.
Now, here's MP. He has 40. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Murray kicks to Gordon. Inside. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
A 3 from MP. Good, another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Outside Gordon. Murray sets a screen for Gordon. Watson the bounce pass. Murray with it. Now defended by MP. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
Jokic draws the double. Watson the pass to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Pass to Watson. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper. Watson's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Denver.
And the basketball IQ of Jokic is off the charts. Terrific kick-out pass.
And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. Denver calls timeout.
Your Nugget Dance Team.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New York, they're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they've been really consistent so far this season, not making big moves up or down the rankings, and that can be harder to achieve than you might think.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Minnesota's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5. Connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. Here's Najee. Buries it down low. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Good, another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And here's MP for three, and again for three.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg, he's now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The three connects again from distance.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar higher and higher. Triple and yet another bucket.
And another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for fourth most 60-point games in league history.
He is one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. In fact, I don't think you can make an argument against that. And so it's Minnesota having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
Boy, this guy is a man on a mission. Prolific at this point, isn't...
Who's checked in for the Timberwolves? MP comes in for Clark. And here are the Timberwolves. And another one falls. Amazing.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Here's Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. And a miss there on the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And here's MP for three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Watson dishes to Gordon. Back to Watson. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time.
And when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it. I mean, this has been a game for the ages. We're sitting here marveling at MP, and who knows if this franchise record will ever be broken.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Jokic inside. He's against Reed. For three, Murray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first two games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting...
And yep, another basket.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
Shannon passes to MP. Good, that's another bucket.
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And 78 points tying Wilt Chamberlain's big night back in 61. Up next, Kobe Bryant's 81 from...
And again!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
80 points. Only 2 people in the history of the league have reached 80 points before tonight, MP. Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Jennifer. Thanks.
We're about ready to rock steady.